Hello there, and welcome back to my channel, Novice Modelling and the Midlife Crisis. My name is Andy, and I'm just going to be doing you a update on where we are with our Raiden Mitsubishi J2M3 jack. As you can see, I've pre-prepared a lot of this already. We've done a little bit of painting and some gluing, so I'm just going to put a few pieces together and basically tell you where we are. As per my Rising Sun week, where I'm building Japanese kits and eating some Japanese food and drinking some Japanese beer, I'm actually on Japan's premium beer Kirin Ichiban this afternoon. I'm having some sushi. I got this rather nice Japanese wasabi. Don't ask me the brand, I couldn't tell you. It's in Japanese, obviously. So I'm going to munch on a bit of that and talk through these kits. So as you can see, we've put the fuselage together. We have our pre-prepared pilot dude that we actually painted up yesterday. I've done the cockpit interior in Imperial Japanese Navy cockpit green XF71. He's done in leather, and we put a bit of black on him and a bit of face. We're also painted up the inside of our engine housing. For that we've used XF, oh no, not that one. We have used this one, XF84 dark iron, with a combination of XF16 flat aluminium for this piece at the front. Ooh, we just lost our Nakajima. We've painted our propeller in flat black XF1. We've done our wheels in rubber black and aluminium, and we've done our auxiliary fuel tank in the dark iron as well. As per modern Tamiya kits, I'm guessing this was before Tamiya even did all these paints, because there is absolutely no hints on here as to really what sort of colour you're supposed to use. It basically says rusty brown, or deep blue, or black, or light blue. So I'm guessing this is before they even branched out into making paints. That's my guess. The main body of the plane we're going to be painting in dark green 2 into Imperial Japanese Navy. So I'm guessing that's around about the right sort of colour. The undersurfaces I'm going to be doing in XF19 sky grey, as there's no real indication as to what colour it is. It kind of looks grey to me. You can see it's got these white stripes on it, which obviously we're just going to be doing white, and then we're going to attach the roundels on. So yeah, so that's pretty much where we're at. Obviously I've got my Nakajima here as well, which we started building yesterday, and hopefully we're going to finish off. We've got our white stripes on this now. We're going to try and paint the red flash down the fuselage a little bit later on, and hopefully we might get that finished sometime later on this evening. Later on I'll be going into the garage and I'll be painting this up in primer, and again hopefully we'll get the well, at least one of the main surface colours on later on this evening. So I'm just going to have a little bit of my sushi, if you don't mind, because I am a little bit peckish. I have to go in the garden and do some work today. We're going to be using Tamiya cement for most of the parts that I'm putting together at the moment. I mean, all I'm going to do is put the wings, the fuselage, the engine housing and the tail together. All these little parts I'll be putting on after I've done the rest of the painting. This wasabi is quite good. It's not cheap, but it's worth the money. So we've already got number 1 done with our wings and our flaps. We put our flaps down slightly just to give us a little bit of interest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the engine front first. Now I've had to attack this with a file because it really didn't seem to fit very well. That's why some of these indentations here are a little bit sort of not symmetrical. It still really doesn't seem to fit greatly, but I'm quite happy to go with that and put a little bit of filler in here. And there was also some, well, they didn't really go together very well, so I've attacked it with a bit of a sanding stick on the top and the bottom, and we've kind of made that a little bit better. So here we go. Let's just get this glued up and we'll be away. As you may know, my airbrush kind of packed in last night, which is probably my own fault from not maintaining it properly. I've got a new one arriving today. I'm kind of hoping it doesn't turn up while I'm producing this video, as obviously I'll have to duck out. I also took the liberty of buying some more Japanese sweets as well. I might not get through them all on these 10 bills that I've got planned over the next 10 days, but I've got to be honest with you, they're kind of tasty and they're kind of interesting. They ain't cheap either, but it's worth it. Cheers, by the way. Japan's premium beer, Kirin Ichiban, brewed in Wolverhampton, England. Yeah, bit of a shock, like, well, never mind. So there we go, we've got that on pretty reasonably well. This wing appears to, I have actually dry fitted this already and it goes together quite nicely. So I'm just gonna slap a load of glue on here and we're gonna see how we go. Oops, don't want to do that. That'll do us. And that's gone together quite nicely. Yeah, there's hardly any gap there at all, so I don't think we're going to have to do much with that. I had to put the fuselage together because I forget what they're called exactly, the little pins that join it together. They're very, very small on this, and there's a bit of play in them, and it just seemed a bit easier to do it off camera because, you know, I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time. We have actually got a big gap here, obviously, so we'll put a bit of filler or something in that, I reckon. But otherwise that's gone together okay. And where I've had to attack this with the file, doesn't look too bad. I'll probably put, I don't know, should I put a bit of filler on there? I don't think I will, because I think that's supposed to be, it's not supposed to be flush, that, so I'm going to leave that as it is. Let's get these, I've got wasabi on the tail flame. Oh god. Excuse me a second. I'd already pre-wasabi'd that one. I don't know whether there's many other kit builders out there that eat and drink while they're doing this, so I'm not saying that I'm a trailblazer, but it's kind of weird. That's gone in really nice. That's fitted in quite nice as well. Again, we've got a bit of gap in there. I might put a bit of where's my new toy that I found yesterday? Mr. Surface Cleaner. There it is. Mr. Surfacer 500 by Mr. Hobby. Yeah, I saw somebody else called Jen using this from Jen Designs, and I got to be honest with you, it's really good. It's kind of like paint, and you just put it in the surface and then just give it a mild sanding off, and it just fills in tiny gaps. It doesn't. I don't think it'd fill in big gaps. I don't think it'd be much use on there, but on just on these little gaps here, it just fills them in really, really nice. So there we go. I think that's about all we're going to do. I'm going to mask this off now with some sponge and what have you. I'm going to try and attack this and any of the little problems that I can see on it, and then I'm going to get it ready for priming. I'm just using an aerosol for priming. That just seems to be the way that I've started doing it. It's probably because I'm lazy and I don't like cleaning the airbrush at the end of the day, which is kind of obvious by the fact that I've killed one in a couple of weeks. But hey ho, you live and you learn by these mistakes, don't you? This is a novice channel at the end of the day, so I have to make mistakes to realise where I'm going wrong. Although I do have a couple of nice chappies dropping me some useful hints and tips. If you are a novice modeler, I'd kind of suggest having a look through some of my build videos. And there is a couple of nice guys out there sort of chipping in with some really good ideas and problem solving techniques. So having a look at the comment boxes is normally, it can pull out a few good little nuggets of wisdom. So there we go. I'm pretty much done with that. I'm going to eat my the rest of my sushi, drink the rest of my beer, and go and spray this up. And I'll be back a little bit later on with a primed model. And if we get the airbrush, it's supposed to be turning up by 4 o'clock. I might do you a painting of the top surface or the bottom surface in the garage maybe, and then we'll wrap this one up as well today. I think I'm going to have a go at the red markings on this, and hopefully that'll be almost finished today. So we're kind of on schedule. We had a bit of a hiccup yesterday with the airbrush, but anyway, yeah. So I hope you enjoyed my little video. I'm having a great time on my 10 days off, eating my Japanese munch. I'm going to crack open my bottle of sake or sake. I'm going to crack that open later on. I'm not too sure about the whole warming it up process. Doesn't seem like a good idea to me, but I know that's how you're supposed to do it, but I don't know. So yeah, please like and subscribe and join me for my novice model making ride. Be seeing you.